another quick video here for you. I'm going to show you how to change your serpentine belt and the tensioner on a 2007 Honda Accord. This is the 4-cylinder, the 2.4. This is the K-series engine. Pretty popular engine. This is also in a CR-V, an Element, and maybe a few other vehicles as well. But the first thing we need to do is get a 14 millimeter long wrench. The longer the better as far as leverage. And then you're going to set that on the tensioner pulley and pull it towards the front of the car. And you can see that moves our pulley, and I'm going to pull it back a little bit more. All we need to do is just pull that forward, or push it forward in this case, and then just loosen the belt. I'm just taking it off of this pulley that I'm on right now, and then just take your wrench off. Now, it's a good idea to take a picture of the belt routing before you take this off, which I already know where the belt goes, but you can also just do a quick Google search. I'll go ahead and throw a little image here on the screen so you can see where the belt goes, or where it originally was run. But we'll just take out the old one here. It's still stuck down here on the air conditioning compressor. There we go. And just wanted to show you, here's the reason for changing the belt. Got a lot of cracks and everything in there. I recently did the timing chain on this engine, and that's when I noticed that the belt was bad and that this pulley was kind of noisy. You might be able to hear that a little bit better once I take it off. Now, to get to the tensioner, we need to take off the power steering pump here, and we don't need to disconnect the lines. We can just loosen and remove the two mounting bolts. And these are 12 millimeter. The other one is right down here. You can see it from the front of the engine, but you can just use a standard deep socket for this. That's what those guys look like. Now, this socket here is a little bit of a mid-length socket. I've had it forever, but it sometimes helps on stuff like this where the deep is a little too long. There's the other one. Now, that's really probably enough, but I'm gonna also take off this little 10 millimeter right here, just to give us a little bit more room, and that'll allow me to pick up the power steering pump and put it completely out of the way. The tensioner is mounted here with these bolts. There's one here, one right in the center here, and then the other one's kind of a little bit harder to get to. You can feel it right down here underneath on the left side. One in the middle is longer. Let's see if we can get to that other one. There it is. Now, I've seen some guys pull this mount in order to get to that bolt, but we were able to get to that. All right, there it is, and you can just pull the tensioner off at the same time. It's not terrible, but you can hear a little bit of a squeal with the car running. Now, a lot of times you can just change the pulley itself. Now, this pulley, you just back this off, this bolt, and you see it's got a little nut that recesses in the back of this tensioner. But this car's got 240,000 miles, and so I just figured the tensioner itself wasn't much more than the pulley. I'll put a link to that in the description. You can see a huge difference, nice and smooth. So that's what we're we're gonna go ahead and just put in the new tensioner. And go ahead and get these started. Oops. Drop my bolt. There it is. Yeah, we'll just get these all started by hand and then zip them down. Remember that middle one's the longer one. The torque spec on these is 16 foot-pounds. A little tricky getting this in and out of that this little spot right here, but this mid-length socket seemed to do the trick. By the way, here's the torque wrench I'm using. It's the Gear Wrench 85062. Really like it. Again, 16 foot-pounds on those. Now we can put the power steering pump back. Get these bolts started here. Here's this one down here, just so you can see where it goes. Pretty easy to get to. You know, you can pull this power steering reservoir out of the way, but I'm just changing the sockets using a shallow and then now the mid-length, and that's all I needed. Torque spec on these is also 16. Again, if you don't have a torque wrench, you can always just make them snug and make a clicking sound with your mouth while you're tightening them. That should be good enough. Now we can put on the new belt. This is the one I picked up, the Gates K070701 or 7PK1782. I don't know which part number means what, but I'll get it in the description for you. And like I said, I'll put a little diagram up here so you can see the routing. But once you've done a few of these, it's pretty straightforward. And what I'll do is probably save the tensioner for the last portion so that we can just put the wrench on it and slip it on where there's no grooves, so it's a little bit easier. But we'll just start by feeding this down here. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. So we went around the alternator and the power steering, and then we go reverse around the water pump here, and then back towards the front around the air conditioning compressor, and then around the crankshaft, and then it comes back up, and then we just need to get our wrench on here. By the way, I like this little wrench, this ratcheting wrench. I'll put a link in the description too. It's got this little offset. You can switch directions, but that really helps with tight spaces where, you know, a regular wrench may not fit into that little recessed pulley. Now, of course, I need to get the wrench around the belt on the other side. I guess if I do it like that, that might work. Well, come on. There it is. Yeah, that worked. Just kind of had to get in there from a little bit of an angle. Just kind of slipped in behind the belt so that I could put that on. Oh, and let's not forget that little 10mm over here. Here's our old tensioner. This is just that little bracket that's mounted into the valve cover here. Keeps your power steering line up and out of the way. And you just want to make sure you've got everything clear and out of the way. We'll go ahead and start it up and make sure we don't have any problems, any issues or anything like that. You just want to double check all those pulleys, make sure that the belt is on and completely seated. Just one quick note I didn't mention, you should probably disconnect the battery before doing this. And you're done. Pretty quick and easy job. Hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. I'll put some links in the description to the parts and some of the tools used in the video as well. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.